Good morning, students. In this video, we are going to see some of the points to remember to make an effective sentence. There are 9 points to remember to make an effective sentence. Let's see the first point. Opposites than negatives. The writer should focus on a positive sentence rather than a negative one. Let's see the examples. He did not like experimental novels. Next sentence. He disliked experimental novels. In this example, the negative word, that is, did not like, has changed to the opposite word, dislike. The first sentence, that is, he did not like experimental novels, is a negative sentence. And the second sentence, he disliked experimental novels, is a positive one. A good writer should use positive sentences in his writing. Next point, specificity than generality. Let's start with the examples. The fearful sounds of the night kept me awake. Next sentence. The fearful sounds of the night, the hooting of the owls, the baying of the wolves, not to mention the screeching of the foraging bats, kept me awake during the night. The sounds of the night is too general in the first sentence. But the sounds of the night is expanded by giving specific details in the second sentence. The night is expanded by the hooting of the owls, the baying of the wolves, not to mention the screeching of the foraging bats in the second sentence. So the second sentence is more attractive than the first one. Next point, figurative languages. Judicious use of figurative language is appreciated as a mark of good prose. Let's see the examples. She sang very sweetly. Next sentence. She sang like a nightingale. Sweetly could be swapped with the word nightingale, which is a figurative usage. So, second sentence, that is, she sang like a nightingale, is far more effective than she sang very sweetly. Next point, avoid monotony. Use different parts of speech in your writing. Monotony must be got over at any rate, and good writers vary their sentences in different ways. See the examples. He thought of his grandmother and this cheered him up. He got out of the car and walked towards the house. A dog saw him and barked fiercely. He jumped onto the sidewalk and cried for help. Next sentence. The thought of the grandmother cheering him up. He got out of the car and walked towards the house. A dog came against him, barking fiercely, forcing him to climb onto the sidewalk. From there, he cried for help. Second sentence is the improved version of the first sentence. Second sentence uses different parts of speech. Next point. Using period sentence to create suspense. There is a kind of sentence called periodic sentence which keeps the reader in suspense by placing the verb at the very end of the sentence. Let's see the examples. He made the important discovery when one day, it was the middle of July, he was inspecting the old papers he had brought home from his office. Next sentence. One day, he was inspecting the papers he had brought home from his office. It was the middle of July when he made the important discovery. Second sentence is more attractive as the word discovery comes at the end of the sentence. In this example, discovery is the most important word. In the second sentence, that word, that is discovery, comes at the end of the sentence. So, the second sentence is more attractive than the first one. Next point, using appropriate word. A learner takes pains to search for the most appropriate word in his writing. See the examples. I heard from the kitchen the sound of the cutlery falling on the plates. Next sentence. I heard the clatter of the cutlery falling on the plates. In the second sentence, the appropriate word, that is the clatter of the cutlery, is used. So, the second sentence is more attractive than the first sentence. Next point, simple sentences to complex sentences. Avoid short, choppy sentences. One sentence each for each idea. Combine the ideas using subordinate conjunction in such a way that the sentence pattern shows the relative importance of the ideas. See the examples. Columbus was born in Portugal. He was given 3 ships by the Queen of Spain. He became famous as the discoverer of America. He died in poverty and neglect. Next sentence. Columbus, who was born in Portugal, was given 3 ships by the Queen of Spain. He became famous as the discoverer of America. However, he died in poverty and neglect. Second sentence is the improved version of the first sentence, because in this sentence, the words like who and however have used. These are subordinate conjunctions. Next point, faulty parallelism and mixed metaphors. All the ideas of the series should be the same word class or parts of speech. See the example. John was taciturn, shy, and lacked the courage to face people. Next sentence. John was taciturn, shy, and timid. Second sentence is the improved version of the first sentence. The words like taciturn, shy, and timid are adjectives. The sentence lacked the courage to face people could be swapped with the word timid in the second sentence. So, the second sentence is more attractive than the first sentence, that is, John was taciturn, shy, and lacked the courage to face people. And the last point, modifier to be placed besides the referent. What is a modifier? Adverbs and adjectives are modifiers. What is a referent? The word which is described by the adjective or the adverb. Let's see the example. After waiting for half an hour, the train arrived. The second sentence. After we had waited for half an hour, the train arrived. The first sentence. After waiting for half an hour, the train arrived. The idea is not clear in this sentence because who waited? The answer is not clear. But in the second sentence, we get the answer. We had waited. The word we is added in the second sentence. After we had waited for half an hour, the train arrived. So the idea is more clear in the second sentence. So the second sentence is more attractive than the first one. These are the points to remember to make an effective sentence.